become a reality. As I began to think about how to wrap up this series, I thought about the number of people that fall short of the finish line in life. You know, so many people never make it to the finish line. They have all of this potential, all of these dreams, all of these aspirations, all of these potentialities and possibilities of what their lives can become, but they never develop the perseverance to see that thing become a reality in their lives. We all start out in the race, but not everyone finishes the race. And I know for myself, I made a decision years ago that I was not just going to start the race, but I was going to finish the race. And when I made that decision to start the race and to finish the race, it separated me. It separated me from mediocre people. It separated me from inferior beliefs and concepts and psychology. It separated me from fears and inhibitions and limitations that would try to restrict me. It separated me from activities that did not align with the life that I wanted to see for myself. It separated me from everything that was an enemy to my success. And when you make a decision that you're not just going to start but finish the race, be ready for separation. People are not going to understand you. Things in your life are going to begin to have to shift and change and pivot because something is happening in your life. And I know I have really tried this year to be as transparent as possible with you on this podcast as I'm going after the largest, biggest goals that I've ever gone after before. And let me tell you, if there's one word that has described 2023 for me, it has been the most uncomfortable year of my life. And you're talking to somebody who knows a bit about discomfort anyway, because if you're going to achieve anything great and do anything great, you got to be uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, this year has brought a level of discomfort that is unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. And I had to continually ask myself the question, this is what you said you want. Are you willing to do this so that you can see the outcome that you want to see? And at the end of the day, I say, yep. You have to keep saying yes to your future and no to your past. You have to keep saying yes to what's possible for your life and no to your fears. You have to be determined to go the distance so that you can see these things become a reality in your life. A great life is about more than getting in the game. It's about having not just the ability to get in the game, but the ability to play the game and to dominate the game. So it's not enough just to get in the game. You got to have the ability to play the game and to dominate the game. And one of the things that I try to do, whether I'm advising a client, whether I'm speaking on a stage, whether I'm doing a podcast, whether I'm writing for a magazine or publication, whether I am sitting down and just pouring into leaders and friends, I want everybody to know that you can't just get in the game, but you got to play the game, and it should be your desire to dominate the game in everything that you do. One thing that did happen last week, as I told you, I was on the West Coast getting some rest and spending some time with a good friend. One of the things that did happen last week is Jamel Sanders International celebrated another anniversary, and my business went into the year 13. And I think back on the last 13 years, and I think about all of the times that I wanted to quit, I wanted to throw in the towel, I wanted to say, is this worth it? Why am I doing this? I could be doing something else. And I think about the progress today. I think about the lives that have been impacted and changed, and the stories that I hear on a consistent basis. I think about the partnerships that have been formed, the relationships, the friendships that have emerged in my life because I'm operating in my place of assignment. And if I had it to do all over again, I would still do it. Now, there are things that I would do totally different than 13 years ago, but I would still do it because I know that I'm doing the thing that I was put on this earth to do. And the sad reality is that I come in contact with so many people that are not doing the thing that they should be doing. And they're miserable. They're miserable because they're off mission. And when you're off mission, you're off brand, and your life is not moving in the direction that you would like it to go. I know when I started out years ago, all I had was a dream in my heart, and that dream was to empower people around the world to fulfill their purpose and to realize their greatest potential and to make a significant contribution to the world. Now, that sounded like a very tall order in those early days. It's like, how are you going to have a global reach and a global footprint when you're trying to figure out how to keep the lights on and stay in operation? It didn't make a lot of sense to me, but as I look back now 13 years later, that vision, that mission is what motivated me to keep going and look at the impact that this organization and my work has had around the world on so many people's lives in so many different walks of life. It's amazing. And so I believe that if I can do it, you can do it, and that I'm a testament to the power of determination and not giving up and staying the course even in the midst of challenging times and situations. And so I believe that a greater life will only manifest if you pursue it. One day, one moment, you have to make a decision to stop sitting back and dreaming and writing and talking about and making plans that you never act on. And you have to start pursuing the life that you want. It's not just going to come to you, but I believe that what has happened in my life is that as I have taken action, I have attracted those things into my life. And I know some people hear that word and they're like, everybody talks about this manifestation and attraction, but it is a powerful spiritual principle. If I begin to tell you the things that have manifested in my life, the opportunities, all of the amazing things that have happened in my life in the last three decades and and a few years, to say the least, we wouldn't have enough time on this program to talk about it. It's a powerful principle. When you are taking action and you are in alignment with what you should be doing, you're going to attract those things into your life. And in order to have a greater life, you must start and also possess the stamina to see it through to the end. This is so important because a lot of people start the journey, but they do not have the stamina that is so important to see the vision through to the very end. And so today, I am challenging you to develop the stamina so that you can see those things become a reality in your life. In other words, it takes determination and diligence to live your greatest life. Let me say that again. It takes determination and discipline to live your greatest life, because there will be some of you that will listen and say, oh, it happened for you, Jamil, because you were determined. Oh, it happened for you, Jamil, because you just happened to be lucky in that time. It happened to you, Jamil, because you just happened to build a certain network that helped you. And all of that would be a lie. It happened because of determination and discipline. One of the things anybody that knows me well will tell you is that I am an extremely disciplined person. And I look at so many people's lives, and their lives could be a lot better, but they're too lazy. They are undisciplined, they are undeveloped, and they are unwilling to make the changes that will take their lives to the next level. And so they don't understand why certain things are not happening. It's not happening because you're not diligent or disciplined. You want to keep hugging the pillow, you want to lay in the bed, you want to scroll your phone and binge watch Netflix and do a lot of things that are not going to help you improve your life. And while they may make you feel good today, they're going to produce regret and sorrow for you tomorrow. And I always tell the people in my life, I refuse to step into a tomorrow that I have not sown for today. Because if I sow idleness today, I'm going to step into an empty tomorrow. And I talk to so many people, they don't understand why tomorrow is not better for them. It's because they were idle today. Today was empty. They didn't do anything with this moment in their lives. and they think the next moment is going to be better. And so you have to be diligent and disciplined so that you can manifest the life that you desire to live. It takes you having the unwavering commitment and unrelenting courage to go after the life of your dreams. So many people talk a good talk, but they are not willing to go after the life of their dreams. They keep sitting in